NRG. If we can hold this 4105, this is pretty interesting. If we can hold this 4105, all right, then I would be a buyer, right? Because our last low or last high was September 27th. We crashed, we came higher, came back down. This is all last week, right? Now, last week I figured we could probably push a little higher, but we got kind of stopped out. We did push a little higher, but we got rejected. But if you look, what's really interesting, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, if we can hold that 105. That's what makes it very interesting to me. If we can hold that 105, then I would be a buyer trying to get up to 42.88 to 4, and then if we can break out of our September 27th high of 43.6, then I would see us trying to retake this 50 right here. DUK Energy. Now I've been interested up with this above the 100 mark. Which we made it. What was this? We broke in. What was this? Monday the 4th or whatever. And we've attempted to leave twice or 3 times, but we came back in each time after. Now, if we can kind of hold this 102, I mean the 99.57, I'm considering that 100. All right, just letting you know. This is our teal line 100%. That is where I am considering the 100 mark. Now the 120 would be a little bit more accurate since we're at 135, but I'm basing it off of this teal line. So if you hear me say 100, it's really 99.50. If we can stay above the 99.50 rather, then I would be a buyer trying to get us back above this little cluster of 103. Now with taking out our 108 eventually. DTE making higher highs or higher lows, excuse me. We got 27 October 27th. It's at 27th is the earnings, which is 9 days. It looks like we're gonna try to take this 116. I mean, it's only $1 away, so it's not very much because this has moved $2 in a day. So and energy is kind of going higher. I do see us trying to break out this 122. Let's go back just a little bit further. Oh yeah, this is the weird 141. The 122. Maybe after earnings, I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see. It kind of looks like they're kind of seasonal with their earnings. It changes. Yeah. I'd probably buy this in the earnings, kind of see what happens. I wouldn't bet the house by no means, but I do see that we are trying to shift or trend up to the 16 to the 18. We got MSEX breaking news. Colin Powell just died. Just letting you know, so you know what. It's 8:30 October Monday, 18th. That's sad in American history. Terrible. Great man. Huge loss. All right, MSEX water. It was looking much better when we were holding this at the 103. Now, don't get me wrong, we're still holding that 103, and we were on our way up to the 110. But we're kind of stuck in the middle over here, which would indicate, watch, give us a better view of what's kind of going on over here. Yeah, that makes sense. So from our 100% mark, which was over here on August 19th, right, up to our high, we are playing the 107.6 is the 236. Extension. We just hit the 382, so we're still quite bearish, obviously, because we're below the 50%. But it's kind of playing where we'd like to see. Let's draw ourselves a little line right here. So I would be saying we ride this trend line higher, which has us breaking out of the 107 towards the end of the month. However, if we can come back, and obviously we can break out and then come back and such, but that would be, I'll be basing everything off that trend line right there. BEP. Ooh, I like this. BEP holding this level right here. We had a nasty day on Thursday. However, it was almost here's the resistance right here. It had broken twice out of that resistance right here. More resistance over here. So this is a great resistance. Excuse me. Great resistance area, and we got rejected, which I mean that's expected. But then we found support immediately and bounced off the support. So we're gonna hold this 37.74. Then I'm looking for a breakout above this 50% of the 39.64, and if we maintain that, trying to retake that high. So it all starts from 37.74. Sonova was looking amazing last few days, not a problem at all. Has been going great. Thursday, Friday. I mean, we broke out. Well, our original breakout was right here. Broke out of the 34.76. Then a secondary breakout was the 36.56. Now, the biggest breakout, which is right here, if you pay attention, which we need to draw one of these lines now. We are right there. And that, my friends, is where we are at the moment. So aggressively, yeah, this would be a place to buy because we just found some decent support, and let's go up from there. Cautiously, we have earnings coming out very soon, so be very careful. The earnings could make it spike or make it just roll over and kill you. They come out on the 27th, so pay attention to that. AES. I'm kind of liking it. I'm liking it. It's looking like we're making a nice little turn. If we can break out above of the 24 and then break out of this little cluster right here, then we have some decent movement. It's only $2, but it's still what, give or take 10% move. Idaho core. Wow. That would have been lovely to get it right here. Quick. Whatever happened to Idaho core? 1 million shares, 2.7 million shares. Whatever was going on over here, kind of fickle. Because, within less than a week, we dropped, and now we're right back where we were. Just pay quite nice attention. We got earnings on the 28th. I'd like this at the 102, but anything above the 102, I'm a buyer. Excuse me. Holding that 102.97 is key. American Water. I like this. Just be very careful until it can literally really show that it's above this 50. Then just be careful because we have broken above it and then crashed multiple times. It looks kind of like the double bottom, but we're not really making new highs, kind of. But there's like a whole bunch of lows. So just be very careful. American Water, I still enjoy it up to the 175 and potentially up to the 181. Just be very careful. I would like to see it really hold. I mean, we're above it by 10 cents, but 8 cents, but I would like to see it hold it significantly. Republic Services, I mean, it was just as a dime. It's beautiful. did everything it was supposed to do. It would have been a beautiful buy getting on Wednesday at the 124 after it broke above the 127 because it would have been a 5-point pop. I really don't see anything wrong with this. The only thing I see wrong is that we'll probably come back to the 126 and then higher to 130. Earnings are coming pretty soon, 10/28, but Republic Service is pretty solid. Like I said, we might have a little bit of a down just because how parabolic it went, but I would just say that's just catching its breath before it makes its move higher.